The Washington Building Congress is pleased to present the Craftsman Hall of Fame. This honor is in recognition of enduring commitment, exceptional skill, quality craftsmanship, and extraordinary dedication.
My name is Víctor Castro, an original from Spain, and I came into this country in 1986.
My name is Herman Hambach. I've been born in Germany and I lived over there for 21 years. And I came over here in '54.
Richard F. Stevens, Jr. I grew up down in Mayo, just south of Annapolis. I was born in Fort Knox, Kentucky. I first got in the precast concrete industry in 1981, which was working at Arbor & Croce as a laborer at minimum wage, and stayed there for 25 years.
One day after church on Sundays, my father came home and he told me, I talked to the cabinet shop, the owner, and I told him that you're going to be a cabinet maker. So that's how I got into the trade and welders.
I actually got into trade through my father. I got fresh out of high school, and he actually encouraged me to go into the steam fitters local.
The trade in Germany was much more complicated than over here. When I came first over here, I'm supposed to make a drawer. And we tough-tailed the drawers, and we did everything by hand. And when they saw me doing that, you know, they couldn't believe it, that something like that should be done by hand.
My first award, I can't believe almost. I saw a lot of good stonemasons around myself, and I think they probably deserve more than I am, but I'm in the right place, at the right time, and for the right company.
The Craftsman Award, and when I got my first one, I was proud as a peacock. I was just like, I was amazed, because, you know, you work very hard to achieve goals for other people. You're not really working for yourself. And when somebody recognizes that you have gone out of your way or you have achieved something, it's very beneficial to the business, it's good for the people, and it's something that should continue for a long time.
It lets people know that somebody does care about what we're doing, you know, what it looks like, you know, neatness, precise.
I won quite a few. I think it was the first year, that's right. That's right, I remember that.
There's no question about FDR Memorial. I worked there for about a year and a half, from start to finish, and it was amazing. The special, I have recognized the architect. He impressed me so much. He worked in the project for 25 years. He got so emotional every time that he see how the project going up. Really, that was memorable.
I really enjoy welding. You know, I'd like to think that I'm pretty decent at what I do. I wouldn't change anything. I mean, I always wished I was probably a little bigger, maybe to try some college football or something like that, you know, but I didn't make that one, so.
Yeah, I loved it. Made a lobby, for instance, and you started off in one corner and used the same flitcher for a year. And after it was done, you could stay back and look at it and see how the whole thing really came out. That was very satisfying.
When you work on a project and you've put your sweat and your blood into it, I mean, I know the buildings are going to be there for 100 years. I've left my mark all over the D.C. area, and there's a great amount of pride that goes with that.
When I chose to be a stonemason, I was already 28 years old. And I followed like my father, my uncle, my generation, and took me and go through this town and see all the work being done and say how amazing things that the man can do with his hands. So that took me there to dedicate my life and say, I want to be a stonemason. This is what I am.
It is with great pride that we present to you the Craftsman Hall of Fame, Class of 2009.